Top of the morning, traders. This is the wake up call. The market's fire began to brew again last night when we had the Australian unemployment report come out better than expected. And this caused a spark in the Aussie pairs and helped the market have a bit of volatility heading into Europe and into North American trading. The trade that we have on, I have on right at the moment, is the AUDJPY. Went long right about here, I believe at 80.02ish, and the pair has moved up very well so far today. And right now I have moved the pair to the trade to break even. It was up about 50 pips when I did so. My initial targets is going to be a move up to the 80.70 level where I'm going to take half off, and then more importantly I'm looking for a move up towards a break of all this and up towards the top of this range here at 81.80. If we look on a daily chart, you can get a better look at the you can get a better look at what I'm looking at here. It looks like the pair is somewhat in a wedge, and I'm looking for a move up towards the top of this with the second half. Of course, if the price action begins to falter there, I can take the profits. There's no reason I have to absolutely wait for a push up to that level. This pair has been tricky at best to trade lately, though. I got knocked out once on a false break lower here, so you have to keep your eyes on for the volatility in this pair. And what's interesting is that the cross has shot up. It broke above the trend line resistance. If we look on an hourly chart here at 6 o'clock, it'd be key to remain above that, because if you look at the Aussie USD JPY cross, the pair starting at about a 615 shot up around 30 pips out of the blue, and that is basically how this pair works, and it'll probably sit around and do nothing now for the next 48 hours. We'll see though. If the pair does continue to move higher, which would be nice, we have a descending trend line right here at 78.72 that could cap the price action. If we look on a more detailed chart, you can see that this pair is actually also in a wedge, with the top here at 78.70 and 77.50 obviously forming the floor on that pair. I guess we'll look at the finish these yen pairs. As you can see, the Great Britain JPY pulled another fall. Well, it hasn't pulled a false symbol yet, but it broke the trend line. Right now, right here, it's testing the bottom of the trend line once again. If the Aussie JPY begins to fail, this could be a nice trade to jump into, because we could get it, because it would be a test of the trend line and a break back lower. So we could see a bounce lower here, and then if that was the case, we could go short and looking for a move towards 125, then followed by the 123. Well, for next actually I would go for probably a move right there around the 123.70 levels. So this is a good pair to keep in mind in case of a failure. The EURJPY had a false break at the triangle here, and now is firmly back in. It's moved up about 70 pips in the last 4 hours, and is right back into the middle of the zone. There's really nothing to do here. I just want to show you that it is a false break of the triangle. If we do get a move back down towards the trend line, it'd be interesting to watch that, and you could buy for a bounce higher, but I wouldn't really respect this trend line now with the break there, and it would be more important to be moved down to this levels in the 101.15 area. Let's look at the rest of the majors. The euro is moving up quite nicely right now. With risk in general, but if we looked at the pair, is still basically sitting mid-range, and well, I mean, it's not sitting mid-range, it's moving up towards the top of its range, and the first real level of resistance comes at the 0.382 fib for the move higher at the 129.43 level. Any move up to that level could find sellers, or break above it would be important. And then once again, we'll be watching the fib range that we played. We watched so much last week. The top of the range is up at 130.30. And it would take a break of that to give a clear idea that the momentum may be shifting to the top side. At this moment, though, I wouldn't be interested in placing any trades in the euro. It has been tricky at best to trade lately. The Great Britain USD, you can see that it's finally bouncing off the 0.382 fib level at 160. It's about to hit the first level of resistance at 160.50, but the level I'm going to be more interested in is the basically 161 level. That's the descending trend line that we've all talked about we've all seen it is the descending trend line from the move higher from over a year that has been respected, that the pair broke. But now is once again back below. A move back up that could up to that level, could find sellers for a bounce further down. The Aussie is right here at a key level right now. You can see that the pair broke above the tried to break above the 102.70 level. A close above that level or a hold above that level on a 4-hour chart. It's more interested on the 4-hour chart. So basically, right here, right now, a hold at that level could place the pair back in a range to make a move higher towards the 103.25. If the 4-hour handle closes back below this level at 102.70, it could push it back in the range and see another move down to the bottom. We have a interesting candle formation right here. I will definitely be watching that into 9 o'clock. And if we get a negative close on that, I could probably close down the AUDJPY trade. The CAD has failed on stop sign and is trying to cycle back down lower. It is below the key support at 98. It really just doesn't want to be above that level. And this pair, there's really nothing to do. You can just stay on the sidelines and watch that. New Zealand JPY is still drifting sideways. It has a you can see basically since the beginning of the after the initial push a little bit lower in the beginning of the week, it has just been going sideways. There's really it looks like there could be a triangle in there. Let's see. Let's go to the hourly. I always do that. Let's draw the lines. I don't think it's going to be too well defined. Could be a triangle in there. We'll keep my eye on that to see how price action goes. Bounces. It could get a bounce on either side. I'd like to see a bounce to the top side. We'll see. Keep my eye on that. All right, everybody. So in summary, we're watching our Aussie JPY trade, which is still moving up. The yen, just to see how that price action's carrying, and the euro to see any move up towards the 129.43 level, and in the Aussie we're watching the price action right here around the 102.70 level, and of course the triangle we just discovered in the New Zealand USD. Alright everybody, let's make some pips, and I will keep you updated on my activity on the Twitter feed.